Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Caryn Prince, and today I'm going to show you guys how I did my hair. Okay, so I feel like I'm starting to sing that like frequently in my intro. Anyway, so today we are going to be doing 100% human hair mini twists from the brand QVR. Okay, this is my first time using kinky hair to do this mini twist style, so please make sure you stay to the end to watch my FAQ portion, okay, because I'm going to give you guys some more tips on how to complete this style if you're interested. All right, so don't miss out on those tips at the end because they may be important and imperative to you when you attempt this style. So if you want to see how I did my hair, then go ahead and please stay tuned. Okay, so today we are going to be using hair from QVR. Now, all the information for the hair is on the screen, okay? This is their Afro bulk hair, and the hair will also be linked in the description box, okay? I went with a number 4 in color to give it a little bit of pizzazz for the spring. Okay, so let's talk about separating this hair. Now, when you get it, of course, you see how it comes. When you take the hair net off, the hair is going to naturally separate. Allow it to do that, okay? Now that the hair is in a smaller chunk, what you're going to do to actually get the pieces to twist is to grab from the center part of the hair, okay? So the hair, you're going to hold it vertical and always grab from the center part to separate the hair so that it does not shed excessively. Okay, so this is what the piece looks like for me when I separate my hair. I wanted it to be relatively small. That will differ for you depending on how small or large you want your twist. I will highly advise you to separate your hair before getting started. Put it on a little rack to get your flow going, okay? Okay, so to get started with this style, I like to go ahead and add the hair in using a traditional knotted method. So I just hold one side in my hand and separate the other into 2 pieces. And then I separate my natural hair into 2. And then I align the bulk hair with my natural hair and begin to braid. Now go ahead and add it in the best way possible for you. Now I just braid down for a little while, and then after that what I like to do is combine 2 of the sections by twisting it, and then I go ahead and proceed to do a rope twist. A rope twist is rolling the hair in your fingers and then crossing it over. So you're going to roll and cross over, roll and cross over, okay? For this particular twist, I added more than 1 piece of hair. So to add in the next piece of hair, what I like to do is take the next piece, push it up to where the twist stops, and I twist one side of the Afro hair with my natural hair, and then I cross it over and twist the other side, cross it over. So similar to how I begin to twist. And that is how I like to install the hair. Now, depending on how long you want the twist, you're going to have to repeat these steps and add in as many pieces as you feel you need to. So to actually end the twist, I went ahead and just stopped twisting. But a tip for me is when you get to a point to where you actually want to stop the twist, before you stop the twist, go ahead and braid for a couple of rotations so that the ends of the twist don't shed. I should have braided the ends of mine, but that's my tip to you, okay? And if you wish to leave some extra hair at the bottom, go ahead and do that. Okay, so after the twists are installed, I like to go ahead and spray them down with water. You're going to want to do this. Some people dip theirs. I'm not dipping my hair. I just sprayed it down with warm water. When you spray this hair down, it's going to get even softer. To help with styling, I like to go ahead and add like a curl cream, okay, for moisturization. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some foam to it just to help, you know, with the longevity of the twist and to help define the ends of my hair. Choose and use whatever products you like, okay? But this is just what I did to complete the style, okay? So since I was going for the blunt bob look, I did go ahead and just take my scissors and clean up the ends, okay? So after you get done, you may want to go ahead and just use your scissors just to clean up the ends of the style to make it look more complete for you, okay? And yeah, that's really it. That's all I did after I finished twisting. Please go ahead and watch the FAQ portion of this video. Okay, so I'm going to show you my hair chart first, and then I'm going to give you my FAQs. Please watch it if you want to try and replicate this style. These are going to be some very important tips. Okay, so let me explain this hair chart to you. Okay, now I have 3 sections in my head. I have what I'm going to call the back section, I have the middle section, and then I have the U part section, okay? Now the back section is my shortest section, all right? Now, on the hair chart, you're going to see those sections be rows 1 through 3. First row starting at the nape. Now the middle section are rows 4 through 7. First row starting here by the ear and going up until I get to the U part. Okay, now the U part section is here, all right, and I part it down the middle, and then there are 5 rows on each side of the U part. So when you look at my head in the front, you'll see that I have 9 rows on either side of my middle part. Okay, so just it's not rocket science. It's really not that deep. Keep that in mind when you're looking at the hair chart. Now, when I decided to add in pieces, I'm going to put the pieces that I put, but it may be different for you depending on how you want the hair to fall. Like for me, I wanted some pieces to come all the way down, so I will add 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Some rows have 3 pieces added because of how far I wanted the length of the twist to be. Sorry, my brain was processing that. But you know, so it's going to be different for everybody. I always try to put how many human hair pieces I use per braid. I'm going to put what I did on there, but you have to use like a little bit of common sense how you want the hair to fall. So while I had this row over here, the front piece, I may have added 4 or 3 pieces, but in this same row in the back piece, I'm only going to add 2 because I want it to fall here. So if you put 4 pieces on a twist that's back here, even though it's in the same row, it's going to be too long. Okay, so keep in mind of that when you're braiding your hair. I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm really trying to give y'all the entire scoop. Okay, so if you want to see my hair chart, then go ahead and watch this, pause to read, and yeah. Just real quick, also another thing to be mindful of, if you decide to make twists longer to ensure that they fall far on one side of your head, just know that if you wear it in the middle part, then it's going to be oblong. So what you can do is, if you don't like this look, go ahead and just continue to add as many pieces as you want to. However many pieces you add on one side of the middle part, do the same thing on the other side. So when you wear it in a middle part, it could be even. Okay, period. Okay, so I'm going to be looking down at this paper, so give me some grace. All right, but so one of the first things that people want to know is how long does it take for you to complete a style like this. Now my hair, as you can see, obviously is in a shorter style. I did want to go for like the bob look because I just cut my hair in a bob. Anyways, but it took me, even though my hair is short, it took me 3 days on and off because I chose to go on the smaller side because I wanted to actually give the mini twist effect because that's what I was most interested in trying. So if you decide to go small, just please keep in mind that it is going to take some time. However, you do not have to go as small as me, okay? You can choose whatever size you like. Of course, the larger you go, the less time it will take, okay? Usually when I do my styles, a lot of people want to know the weight of the hair. Now, since I went short, of course, it's not going to be heavy, but since it's 100% human hair, it's also adding to like the lightweight feeling of the hair. This hair is extremely lightweight. I cannot, I feel like if my hair was naturally thick, this is just what my hair will feel like on my head. It's like one of the most lightweight styles I've ever worn. That is just my opinion, okay? Also, what I love about my hair being extremely lightweight and this length is that I have been taking Pilates. I've been taking Pilates class and it is perfect for when I work out versus having a longer style. The shorter style is easier to deal with. I just put my hair up. It's not heavy. It's not in no heavy bun. When my head is being pulled up, it is like literally been perfect for me to work out in. So if you're interested in looking for a cute style that's, you know, durable, something that you can work out in, I highly recommend this, okay? Okay, so let's talk about maintenance routine. So for when I go to sleep at night, I will be pulling my head back in my scarf, and I won't be like twisting my hair up or anything like that just because the twists are short. So I'm just gonna push it back in my scarf, you know, put it on, or if you're in a bonnet, let it just free fall. That's okay for me. In the morning time, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the steps that you saw in the video that I showed you. You don't have to constantly use product every day. For me, in the morning, when I want it to hang, I just, you know, spray and refresh it with water, and I'll probably put a little foam on there. Now, if you don't want your hair to be feeling dry, go ahead and add some cream. But if you're gonna be doing this every day, you don't have to add as much product because that product will build up and, you know, add to the weight of the hair. So one thing that I want to say, if you choose to go small, please be conscious of the amount of hair you pick up because this hair is going to get full fast because I did a small size, okay? So be conscious of how much hair you pick up when you're twisting your hair. It's going to be different for everybody because everybody has a different density in their hair. So I would consider my hair low to medium density, and I also have fine hair, so I may need to pick up more or less hair depending on how thick or thin I want the twist. So once you get the hair, I say do a couple of test twists so you can see what your flow is. Now, as I stated in the video already, they sent over 5 packs and I have a pack and a half left, okay? So if you're interested in something like this and your hair is similar to mine, that can help you gauge, okay, how much hair you're going to need. Okay, one thing that I do want to make mention of, which I probably already mentioned in the video, but I just want to reiterate this, is that depending on how long you want your twist, you're going to need to pick up more hair because the hair is 20 inches and when you fold it in half, it will only be 10 inches. And I highly suggest that you add it in at the point where it's folded in half so that you don't lose excessive hair while you're twisting. Yeah, I feel like that is pretty much it. If I'm missing anything, please always, like I always ask you guys to do, if I miss anything, please drop your questions down in the comment section and I will do my best to get back to you, okay? And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. All I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you alone. All I ever asked was you to show me some love, kisses and hugs. No, I never had an issue, go to the club, push your boys, baby. I never wanted you to stay too long, just